Prime Minister, or Zulfa Ikmala. Time is yours.
Thank you, Riski, for the time. And hello, everyone. Welcome to our debate today. I'm Zulfa Ikmala as a Prime Minister, and the motion in this our debate is full day school for elementary students. It's like interesting, yes. So we must enjoy this debate. I agree that full days for elementary students was implemented. Full day school is schooling program with the strategy of shortening the time outside school. With strategies, learners get an extra hour to education, which designed to the process of education and learning in primary school. And we as government here, we want to provide and clear information for the ticket system by providing full day school must be implemented in elementary students. Elementary students enrolled by children aged 6 years until they go into puberty, which may be cited as the end of childhood. EDS means education system to apply the learning of teaching and learning by combining a full day of intensive teaching system by adding hours of lesson for depending the subject matter as well as self-development and creativity. There are some advantages for full day school. First, students can get more of lesson and material by adding the time start from early morning until late afternoon. So the student understanding of the subject matter will be more in depth. Students also have an extra practice in class. And second, turning student characters which stay for 8 hours in school, teacher will more easily monitor student activity. The behavior of students will more easily be monitored by teachers, so students can avoid the bad thing in outside environment. And according to Sujianto and Setyarini, stated that by implemented FDS, it is expected the learners can obtain the first, the general education adaptable to the development of science and technology, and the second, the development of talent, enthusiasm, and intelligence of children anticipated early through psychological monitoring. And according to the minister, the full day school program will be joyful due to the fact that the full day school gives additional study time by having the extra curricular activities, and the full day school is about the relationship between parents and their children. In the minister's mind, parents will be able at school when parents will be able to pick their children out 5 p.m. He said that parents living in urban areas can pick up their children at school when they go home. And the full day school can help teachers to obtain 24 hours teaching obligation per week for certification. And the full day school proposal was then submitted to the Vice President of the Republic Indonesia and agreed. The Minister of Education also stated once the program implemented, Saturday and Sunday will be the vacation days. And this will provide an opportunity for learners to gather longer togetherness with their own family. And full day school actually has the same curriculum core with other common schools, but it has local curriculums. Thus, it is expected that students will have better experience in terms of both academics and non-academics materials. Some reasons why full-day school is now required are the negative impact of globalization on students' personality development, And the best solution to anticipate the negative impact of today's globalization in general and providing sufficient religious provision for learners so that they are not easily affected by bad culture. And the last is achieving the quality assurance educational program of the school. And FDS also provides a solid foundation in learning all aspects of intellectual, psychical, social, and emotional development. So that's all about my argument for Prime Minister, and the second is saya serahkan kepada moderator. Terima kasih.
Thank you for Mbak Riski Wulan and Mbak Zulfa Ikmala for arguing about this motion. And I'm here as a leader of opposing. I will give my argument that I don't agree about full day school for elementary school. There are so many reasons why I should not agree with full day school for elementary school students. And number one, students don't have time to know the real environment. Thank you for Mbak Riski Wulan and Mbak Zulfa. We as a leader of opposing, I will arguing that I don't agree with full day school for elementary school. And there are so many reasons why I should not agree with full day school. And number one, students don't have time to know the real environment. Full day school have 10 hours and it's a long time. Then a regular school would take 6 hours per day. Because of full day school, they don't have time to know what the real things in front of them, or we can call playing with their friends or playing. Student or children go out from their house to explore the environment. Knowing things around them for real, for full day school, they just play something around their school. We definitely know that the children need a real environment to learn anything that they don't know before. For example, they become know the variety of trees, plant, animal, and etc. to answer their curiosity, and so they can build interaction with their friends or with the older person or with new person. According to Aristotle, that playing time is indirect about their passion, so children or students can reach what they want or their future from playing. And number two, Zulfa said that we can get more lesson and so we can understand. But I don't agree with that, because number two, students become stressed because of full day school. I already explained about it before that full day school took 10 hours. It makes students feel stressed because they have to focus on academic only, or mostly emphasize on academic like science, English, and etc. And next, students get bored because full day school. Students will get bored because not every student is in a long time. So students who don't like on academic or not much, they want to end the class as soon as possible. Also, when students in situation that they cannot focus on the subject or material, so they will frustrated and stressed, also tired because of a long time school. According the reasons about a student is getting bored is tired. If students feel tired, so they can feel bored. After a student feel that they feel bored, they are looking for something how to end the class quickly. And next, school, parents should give more allowance to their children. Because of full day school, parents should give more allowance or money in order to their children can buy snack or meal when on a rest time, and it can disturb their parents' financial. And for next is for Muslim students, they cannot come on learn Al-Quran on their religion. Full day school always end on 15 p.m. and that time is for students who join Madin or place to learn Al-Quran. After school, almost of students will rest or sleep because they feel tired, and because of it, they cannot come to Madin. Prime Minister Mr. Effendi said that full day school can decrease the number of students that learn their religion or Al-Quran in Madin. So there are many reasons that I already explained before. Full day school need to know something around them for real in person, to know something new that they cannot see it in the school. They can improve. It's for as a leader of opposition. Saya akan kembalikan ke moderator. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Difa Afina, for the opposing the argument for Zulfa. And the next is me. I mean that full day school, it's good. I'm okay with full day school for elementary student, and I mean that it's supporting the student development. But the first argue that full day school make our student elementary board, and then you see that it don't prepare the margin or for the elementary school is not good for the children. I believe that full day school has a benefit for elementary students. System of full day school for students in primary would be educating and student character to build the good moral, because of the student should learn in long time and then educate after intensive time. The point is intensive time. The student have intensive learning by adding hours of the lesson, so they will be more protected under the supervisor by the teacher. In addition, the student and the teacher more time interacting to get well communication. And then the longer time, because of full day school, student elementary increase the social and family communication. According its impact on the character building of the student, that the times for children to attend regular elementary school to adapt is less, but the time to get together with a family and socialize with peers in the neighborhood is more than children who attend elementary school full day school. Full day school for elementary student can building character for a student, because of the character can be interpreted as a person character or the character that differentiates himself from others. The character is formed through a long process. The long process of habituation would obtain it intensive for student and teacher. The student value and discipline, security, and good togetherness. It's according to the journal full day application, and it in fact on the character building of students by their colleagues Marzuki and Juhani. In addition, in the activity in full day school give more time and extracurricular give positive activities to develop the character. Concluding the argument is full day school for elementary students have a positive impact to the student. And because of the time that divide the learning, family, and social. The second is the student easy to social interact to communication for the teacher, and then at the last is the full day school for elementary student can develop character student because of habituation activity. That's enough from me, and the next is deputy opposite or I am of deputy opposing in 2017. Muhajir Effendi, who became the Minister of Education and Culture, launched his controversial plan to include school hours, or it could also be called a full day school for elementary school and junior high school, with the aim of having more educated students out. There is a rebuttal about the system that activates FDS, namely the negative impact is that the child will be psychologically tired, so that the student's absorption capacity decreases. Hence, to arrive at school at 7:13 a.m., students in rural areas may have to get on their bus at 6:13 a.m. and may arrive home closer to 5 p.m. Longer days can lead them to leave school activity. And the students don't have much time to play at home. Teachers only teach the students how to socialize with friends and teachers at school. But socialization in school is different from socialization at home, such as social with families is very important to foster student emotions. FDS has education degrees in several countries, but the system is not necessarily a major factor in increasing children's intelligence or getting high scores. Reports suggest that more time spent in school doesn't necessarily result in high. Many reports indicate that more time spent in school doesn't necessarily high score. A child's academic achievement is determined by many factors, such as the school environment, the quality of the teacher, and the child's own ability to absorb lessons. In other words, children who have attended school longer are not necessarily smarter than those who have attended less. Another negative impact of full day school is the stress. Learning time, teachers and parents' expectation of children also increase. Of course, children will full day school in elementary school must be paid more attention. They will lose chance to play to improve their skills. If this happens, then the students will have a negative impact on students because they are only capable in academics, but not in practice. Another effect at the primary school level is that students lose chance in the social environment. If they can be accepted in the relationship both in friendship and family, they less become introvert people in the social environment, and it will make the assumption that students behave badly. So the full day must find another system to make good education for students. Enough for me.
kembalikan ke moderator. Terima kasih.
For our group speech, we conclude that fully school for elementary students have a positive and negative impression. So it's just a controversial in the environment. So that's enough for our group today. Thank you. Sorry if there is mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.